This might be the hardest thing in worship ministry. Hey worship leaders, the worst day for any of us is when we have to let someone off our team. Today I want to show you how to dismiss someone off your worship team. Number one, have someone with you. By bringing another person in, you establish a clear testimony on how things were handled. It's not just your word against theirs, but there's a third person who can testify to how things went. Ideally, this should be someone neutral, someone that's not in your worship ministry, but is still in leadership in the church, like a pastor or an elder. And when possible, have that person be someone of the opposite gender of you. That just eliminates anything that could smell like sexism. Number two, script out what you're going to say. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to brainstorm all of their possible responses and to think through how you're going to respond to them. Number three, get to the point immediately. In meetings like this, you need to rip off the Band-Aid and lead with crystal clarity. I want you to think about leading the conversation with a phrase like this. This is going to be a tough conversation. We need to let you go from the team. Get it out in the open quickly and clearly. Number four, thank them and encourage them. Now, most people get this backwards. They're thanking and encouraging them before they tell them the bad news. But again, that just builds up anticipation. You want to do that after the bad news. Number five, listen and pray with them. They may have questions, and in some cases, they might even get defensive. Now, it costs you nothing to listen to them, but it can be very costly if you engage them. Don't let them pull you into the weeds. You're there primarily to give them the bad news. So I want you to be prepared with phrases like, I understand that this is really disappointing, but unfortunately it's not up for further discussion. When possible, bring the plane in for a quick landing with prayer and just be ready to console them if they get emotional. Number six, adjust your expectations. In some cases, unfortunately, people will leave your church and speak unkindly about you and your ministry. Be prepared for this, but resist the temptation to defend your actions. When anybody asks about the situation or the person, here's what I want you to do. I want you to speak kindly about them. And I want you to think of saying things like, that was a really tough decision and we were so sad to see them go. Best way to shut down gossip as a leader is to remain silent. Remember, the Bible says in Proverbs, even the fool is counted wise when they hold their tongue. Remember, you're responsible for how you lead, not for how they leave. Number seven, follow up in a few weeks. In many cases, being dismissed from a worship team doesn't mean that you have to break community with the person. And when you talk to them, you need to set clear boundaries that you're not calling to discuss the situation, but you're calling to see how they're recovering from the situation. And finally, number eight, work towards restoration. The heart of the gospel is redemption and restoration. There is no greater gospel example you can give to your team as a leader than restoring someone back into the ministry. If this has been helpful, I'd love to know. So feel free to drop a comment, and of course, feel free to share it and follow me